Hey, hi. I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. It's time for another reading. The days are getting cold. It's cold out there right now. But the readings are timeless, you guys. Okay? Whenever you see it is when it's meant for you. If you like to do things that way. All right. So I have the Angel Tarot starting out today. I was guided to grab these. And then the Hudson deck. This deck is kind of invisible when it's up there. It's like the boxing is gray, so like it doesn't stand out, but it stood out today. So let's see what's going on here, right? These are all pre-shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle one time just so we can get general energy, okay? It's kind of big cards, but that's okay. General energy for today's reading is Nine of Wands, determination. Yeah. So somebody's determined, right? Nine of Wands is also like the Wounded Warrior card. It's about fighting that last fight. You know, you've been through a lot already. You still got one fight left in you. You know what I mean? It could be about that. In the reverse, it could be somebody giving up, not wanting to fight any longer. You know, so it could be either way, you know. It just depends on everybody's situation, really, you know. Oh, I have the letters out here. I'm going to use those later. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's find out. Let's get 5 cards and see what's really going on here, okay. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Glad you're here. Hope everything is going okay with you. Kind of holiday season's coming up. Things are tight, but, you know, we all manage, right? Just be positive, you guys. Just be positive and, you know, keep your faith strong and things will happen. You know, positive things happen. That's all I can really say about that right now because I don't really know everybody's situation, but I hope everybody's doing okay. If you're new here, I wish the best for you too. I wish, you know, for everything to work out for you and for positive things to happen in your life too, you know. Yeah, I'm basically here to help you, you know, get through things, motivate you to heal yourself and to be more positive and have more of a healthy mindset, I guess, too, you know. If you like the way I read, you can subscribe, like, comment, and share, but, you know, either way, I'll still be around doing something. So this was an extra card. Let's see what this is. Ooh, the World. I like seeing that at the end. That means cycles are ending. What is this? 7 of Cups. All right, 7 of Cups is about having a lot of option. Look, choices. I don't know if you could see that. Choices. Somebody's got a lot of choices, all right, when it comes to whatever situation we're dealing with right now. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands, preparation. So somebody could be preparing for some sort of choices, right? Or somebody has been preparing or whatever, right? Now, in the reverse, because we have that word preparation there, in the reverse, this is telling me that someone was not prepared for this situation, right? They did it. It's kind of like, you know, you got a test tomorrow and you didn't study. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. Somebody was not prepared for the situation that's coming up, but somebody else was. So, you know, this is a good sign of whatever, right? Just like determination, somebody's determined to be prepared, and somebody didn't prepare because they weren't determined to deal with whatever they're dealing with. So somebody could have, you know, maybe it's a pop quiz. Who knows, you know? Maybe some students in class are like, oh, we know that every third Wednesday she does this. And, you know, you weren't paying attention to that, and boom, there's a pop quiz. Something like that. I don't know, you guys. That's foolish, I know, but that's what came to mind, okay? So we do have, the first card out was a 10 of Cups reverse. So that's telling me that somebody's not very happy where they are, right? Not very happy. It says home right there. Happy family, happy home when it's in the upright, but not in the reverse. Someone's not very happy at home. They're not having good times. Maybe got somebody sleeping on the couch, something like that. I mean, it's not funny because, it's better to be happy best you can all the time. But somebody here is not doing so good. We do have the Page of Cups, friendship. Okay. So right here, I'm feeling that, there could be a child involved. And I was going to say, I don't think so, but no, there could be a child involved because somebody could have gotten involved with somebody who had a child and there was a friendship built, maybe like a father-son friendship or something like that. That's not for everybody, but that could be for someone. But with that Page of Cups, this is about a beginning in regards to some sort of emotional state. You know what I mean? And it could be with the child, you know what I mean? But this could also be within oneself, right? Somebody could be very unhappy at home and finally realizing that, they need to build better friendships or something like that with people, places, things, or I don't know, something like that. We'll have to look deeper into that because that's kind of a little bit an iffy one. We also have sadness at the end. Oh, darn. So I'm guessing there is possibly a child involved and there is sadness because we have the Five of Cups here, sad over the loss of a relationship. So somebody could be unhappy at a home that they're at. They could have had some sort of friendship with somebody in the family, or like, maybe the sister had a child but the family is toxic and they got to get away or something's not right here. And so somebody decides to separate from that situation and they're sad because not everybody in the family could be bad, but this person knows that if they stick around, it's not good for them. So somebody is sad over the loss of a relationship. Somebody could be leaving. It could even be the child leaving the household because maybe the household's kind of toxic. You know what I mean? And somebody here has to stay in the household because that's where they live. That's the family house or something like that. You know what I mean? It could even be a job, leaving a job, having good friendships with other people there, but being very unhappy at the job. You know what I mean? It could go a lot of ways. And then we have the Hierophant here. And this is about a higher level of commitment or somebody who's very knowledgeable, somebody who could be a teacher, a judge, something like that. Somebody here who has a lot of intelligence, right? Now, this is not an obstacle, right? Because if it's here, that means that somebody has already got this knowledge, right? So I feel like this is advice only. And that is to just keep doing what you're doing in regards to whatever it is you're doing. Because it's apparent here with this Angel of Blessings that you are actually somebody who is here to bless others. So, and you're using your knowledge to do that. So I think this is the advice. The advice here is to do that, right? Now, it could be obstacle because maybe perhaps you don't know how to reach out to others, or you don't know how to, or maybe you don't do well speaking to others or whatever. But the advice here is to share whatever you know with others because you're providing a blessing to others by sharing your knowledge. So, okay. And then we have Angel of Success here at the end. Okay, I always like the World card at the end because that means the cycle is ending, which means because if you take this route, right? Because not everybody's going to take this route. But if you take the route of sharing the knowledge with others, because knowledge is power, knowledge is wealth. You know what I mean? I've always been a person like that. Like if somebody wants to know how to do it, I'm not going to hoard and not show them. I'm going to show them. Everybody should learn. If you want to learn how to do something, and I know how to do it, I will show you. You know what I mean? It's very simple for me, But we have the World card here at the end. And that means you're definitely going to have some success in a situation. Now, it could be, what you taught people, the blessing you brought to them. a situation, something at work, something within the family. There is a blessing that's going to come out of this, right? As long as you be determined to do whatever it is you're doing and make sure that it's positive, right? Because if you're starting to do negative stuff, something that'll hurt or bother or be negative towards another person, it ain't going to work. That's just not, it's going to all backfire on you. You know what I mean? You don't want to be dealing with that kind of thing. So let's see this 10 of Cups. Oh, that's it. Okay, 1, 2. So 1, 2, and 3. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Somebody's been working on their own, working on their craft, doing something on their own. But in the reverse, there's another person out there that's been doing things, but they haven't been working alone. They've been doing it with others, right? Maybe somebody feels that there's more power in numbers. And in some cases it can be, but in other cases it makes you kind of look weak, okay? Weak in the sense of if you're doing something negative and you got a bunch of people piling up on one person, then yeah, that bunch of people looks weak. You just make that one person look stronger. You know what I mean? By just, if you're working with others to make the dream work, working it together, that's good. You know what I mean? Okay. So we have the 10 of Cups in reverse, the home card. There's some treacherous actions going on here. We got the 7 of Pentacles. That's the Star card, right? Somebody could see the negativity going on with their own eyes, I feel like. Then we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse, and they see that this is a failed situation. There's failure here, and it's just not going, there's no succeeding here. This card also doubles as the Tower card, which is telling me that the Tower is going to be avoided. And it's probably because they see what's going on, and they're like, oh my gosh, I got to get out of here because I don't want to be involved in this Tower moment. So somebody could be trying to leave a situation that involves a treacherous act, and they know that the burden could all fall on them because we have the 10 of Wands here. Oh, somebody might be trying to go somewhere, trying to hide or trying to, I don't know. They're making hasty moves with that 3 of Wands reversed. Yeah. Because they don't want to deal with it. They are not determined to stick around. But we do have somebody who is working on it. Okay. Wow. That's interesting. So we have that Page of Cups friendship there. What that's all about. One more card, please. One more card. Ooh. So we do have the 9 of Swords here. And that's telling me somebody's having a hard time sleeping. They're overthinking because of some sort of manipulation. Look, the King of Wands in the reverse. This person is an angry individual, and they get their way by manipulation. Right? Say that 3 times. So they get their way by manipulation, not because of they're passionate and they go after it and they work hard. No, it's because they manipulate people into doing all their dirty deeds for them or whatever. They're not passionate, and they possibly use anger or threaten people to do their dirty work too. That's another thing. Yeah, look, 5 of Wands. Yeah, this person is devil energy all the way. Lying, cheating, stealing, codependency, addictions, anything like that. This person is involved here. And then we have the Knight of Swords upright, and this is telling me that somebody here is definitely speaking the truth about this. Now, that could be me or somebody else, right? And that's where this friendship is. Somebody could be friends with somebody who's doing something wrong, and they see that the manipulation, and they might come out and speak the truth. Yeah, that's why we have that 9 of Swords there, because they're worried. They're wondering, should I go speak the truth? This person is doing wrong. In the reverse, we have somebody who's not worried at all, right? Someone here is worried, and someone here is not. I'm feeling like there's somebody here who has the answers to everything, but they're not going to say anything because they're friends with the person who's causing the problems. But, I mean, advice for that, that's on you. You know what you're doing. You're a grown person, most likely. And, you know, if this person gets in trouble, then you're probably going to get in trouble too because you withheld information. Or, you know, it could, like at work. You know, somebody did something with some sort of equipment. It broke or something like that happened. But you don't want to tell because it's your friend. And so you don't tell. And then all of a sudden you find out there's cameras. And they saw that you were right there. You know, something like that. Like, I'm telling you, it's better to tell the truth than to lie. Okay? So let's keep going. Eye of Cups. Oh, so Eye of Cups. I don't know why I said Eye of Cups. But it's Five of Cups. If that resonates with anybody, let me know, because I have nothing to add to that. All right, so we have the Joker in reverse, taking a leap of faith. That's a Fool card. And we have the Six of Pentacles, giving to two. And then we have the Queen of Wands, passionate and kind and nurturing, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, we also have the Queen of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords, you don't play around with her. You know, she will cut you out of her life in an instant. Her cutoff game is just, it's great. You know what I mean? This is a person that speaks the truth and expects the truth. If she doesn't get the truth, she'll cut you out of her life. She doesn't need you, right? This person doesn't deal with liars. In the reverse, though, she's an individual who just can't stop lying. This person doesn't know left from right, doesn't know what the difference between lying and truth. This person's just all mixed up. Not very intelligent, right? But the Queen of Swords upright, very intelligent individual. So that could be an energy of this Queen of Wands, very passionate, kind, nurturing, goes after what she wants. She could be very intelligent, like that Queen of Swords. This person could have given to two, or there's two involved here, or two or more, and then not taken a leap of faith. Okay, so someone's sad over the loss of a relationship because somebody's not willing to take a leap of faith with them. Why? Because this person was dealing with two or more other people, right? And, you know, you could be this Queen of Wands / Queen of Swords energy, because you know the truth that somebody here has been lying and doing sneaky things behind your back. Devil energy. And you could have found this out, you know, through the grapevine with that Knight of Swords there. So, yeah. Angel blessings. You could be this Hierophant also right here. Teaching others, you know. Because this is over, right? If you get to this point. But you could be out there teaching others how to get over, you know, people who lie or cheat or steal from you, right? You could be a speaker. Kind of feel like that kind of energy right there. You could be a speaker, motivational speaker, teacher, something like that. Getting that vibe. You could like to read. And you have the key to knowledge. Some sort of key. You have a couple keys to some sort of knowledge, okay? All right. Bottom of the deck here, we have the Eight of Wands, right? Swift messages coming in, or swift movement to create stability. Now, it's either that, or you're not getting any messages and you have no stability, right? So it's one or the other. We have the Four of Cups, somebody making an offer to somebody. It could be an offer of knowledge. You know, we also have the Knight of Wands. And in some cases, you know, if there's no game playing going on over here, there's some cases that this person is bringing in vital information. And then we have the Ten of Swords. And that vital information could be about getting backstabbed. So, yeah, somebody here could be a motivational speaker or somebody who helps others get over backstabbing energy, you know, get over traumas and things like that. This is something that you enjoy and you're passionate about, and it does involve communication. So, I don't know, somebody may or may not accept an offer to do that, to help others. You know, that's if you want. It's always nice to help others though, you guys. Okay. Angel of Success. Let's see what this success is all about. Angel of Success. This was second. First, second, third. We got both jokers that came out. You see that? Ace of Pentacles, new start. Yeah, so, you know, somebody here is trying to have that new start, but somebody here is going to have that new start, okay? It's the end of a cycle, so brand new stuff coming in. Oh, we have an Empress here even, okay? So we have somebody who's an Empress. You finish the cycle, everything worked out into your favor. Boom, you get automatically bumped up a rank to Empress. And then we have Four of Cups, sad over the loss of a relationship, but you know, you possibly had to let others go. You know, not everybody can go with you to where you're going. And then we have taken a leap of faith. Even though you are sad that you had to leave some people behind, somebody did, you're still going for, you know, your goals and dreams. And that's how you got to do. You got to just keep moving forward no matter what's going on around you. Maybe you got to do certain things in your life, but never give up on your goals, right? Don't give up on those goals. All right. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. If it resonated, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, keep it true love energy. Happy, friendly, loving types. We have nothing to fear as long as we stay calm and cheerful. I'm Mona. It's Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.